So we have 40 of the small warriors that are for school shuttle, for carriage of people, that's for passenger, and 50 of these big one Marco Polo buses that carries 50-seater. They are high capacity buses for transportation. And if you look, get very close to them, you see that they are all routed. All villages, no matter how remote the villages in Delta State, the buses get to them. These big ones are for the highways, are big cities, while the smaller ones are for connecting route, because the big buses cannot go into the small connecting routes, and routes are being constructed accordingly to cater for that. Like Cecily said yesterday, we have a fully integrated transport system that best meet the needs of passengers and freight anywhere in the world now. We have our tricycle that you saw some yesterday. Everywhere we've been able to distribute about 3,000 so far. We have our boats that will be distributed in a very short while. So that is our story in terms of transportation. It's been a very eventful one. It's an integrated one. And the good thing here again, another thing that is peculiar to Delta State, when you use our urban mass transit buses, you pay 30% of it. The state government subsidizes the transport fare. So today we can boast of parading the cheapest transport fare in Nigeria, because our government subsidize it. You pay some and the government pays some. At the end of the month, we pay the operators. We have a way of checking. During the fuel subsidy removal issue, we sat down in the governor's office one day and he said, call all your operators, let them tell us what they are making on a daily basis. Without telling them what we want to use that figure for, they gave us figures. And that figure, we cut it into two on a daily basis. On a monthly basis, we calculate it 22 days in a month, and they are paid back.
I do know what they are charging.
We know, we have monitors going that. His Excellency the Governor is the chief monitor in Delta State. I do it myself. I do it. If you are in Delta State, you will know that the Ministry of Transport is not where one person just sit down. It's actually a mobile office. That anywhere you are, you do it. Then apart from me, we have people that we are paying. We are paying, that they are employed to do that, and they send the report to us every day. It's not for somebody to sit down and say that I am a first retaker. I've taken, spent a lot of this. No. Yes, we have fixed money for routes. Yes. The only one we cannot control is the private operators. The public one, yes, we have our fixed money for routes. And that is how we're able to check if there's any increase. Even during the Christmas time, when people are carrying 6,000 to Abuja and Lagos, ours is still 2,500. And Deltas can attest to that.
Any questions?
My own question is about wears and tears, that's maintenance. Hello, sir? Oh, good. Yahya Umar, FRCN. My question is about maintenance and expansion. Because there are so many other local governments and everything. So what's the plan in terms of maintenance to keep this ones and further expand this project?
Well, this program did not just start in 2013. It started since 2007 and it's been progressing. Today we can boast of 600 buses. We started with just 90 buses. So in terms of expansion, we are expanding. And in terms of maintenance, these are Toyota buses. The last one we're expecting some more high capacity buses. Now they are coming from Innocent Motor, a wholly locally manufactured vehicles. And in terms of maintenance, I'm sure Innocent. They are in Newe here.
How many orders have you placed to Innocent?
This is our first one. We've placed orders for 30 high capacity buses for a start.
Right now?
Yes, and between now and May we should have them.
Questions? Yes, any?
Yes, my dear madam, it's good to have you here.
There is this program we have, a Market Women Project with the Honorable Minister's Ministry, and a major request the Market Women made was to several governments is to have market shuttles because they say it will help them to avoid being victims of multiple taxation, apart from their goods getting damaged along the line. Would you like to consider, because I've not seen any designated for market women. We know the school bus is important. Then secondly, many organizations have used female drivers, but I have not seen a single female among your drivers.
We are gender sensitive here in Delta State, but at the same time, I believe until people come to apply for job, we cannot go to their houses to force them. I remember before the commissioning of these 50 Marco Polo buses, His Excellency specifically requested that we should have some female drivers, but nobody turned up. So we did, and nobody turned up. They still look at it as a man's work. They only want cars that they can drive. So talking about the Market Women Initiative, Madam, our buses are well routed. If you look at the body, you see they are all designated routes, and markets are considered Ogbijo market. If you look at, you see Ogbijo, you see Pesu market, you see they are all routed. So everybody is actually carried along in our planning. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Emmanuel Elebeke. I write for Vanguard. So somebody like me was shocked when I heard you saying that these vehicles were supplied from Innocent, and they were locally manufactured, right?
So they're expecting from them.
Inspecting. Yes, I heard of Innocent. That's why I want to ask the question. So what I want to ask is, what informed your confidence in ordering that from locally manufactured or company? Thank you.
Come, carry the macro.
I'm not familiar, but I know that it's a Inewi-based company. Not that I don't want. Why I'm asking is because you hardly hear a Nigerian company or even government parastatals ordering products from Nigerian-made companies. They believe in foreign-made. So that's why I want to know why they have that confidence. Thank you.
I'm not sure it's been with us since yesterday. When we visited in Anambra, we are different.
Okay, Innocent, just like the Honourable Minister said, I visited Innocent's factory and I was amazed at what they are doing there. I am quite happy with what they are doing, and I believe in them. Judging from the fact that we have people that can do that in Nigeria, they are quite strong, that can compete with the foreign ones. I feel they should be encouraged. And His Excellency the Governor thought along the same line with me and approved that we should order it. So I am sure they are good and the confidence is there.
Any other question? Well, let me first of all thank the Delta State government for your comprehensive transportation policy. Because we have seen what you are doing on water, we have seen what you are doing on road, we've seen what you are doing in air. Land, sea and air. And the rail is federal government, so we're also doing something by rail, which we'll be seeing later on. I think this is good because citizens suffer a lot on transportation. It's very important that we have a comprehensive transport policy to alleviate the suffering of people. Transportation, well organized, can promote quick economic development because the movement of goods and services is key to economic development. And I like also the fact that you're offering opportunities to young people as drivers, as part owners of vehicles, boats, and so on. This is really very good for the people of Delta State. We have seen all this ourselves. I am particularly impressed by the local content. When we went and saw the fleet of boats, we were told that they are fabricated here in Nigeria, right in Port Harcourt. 130 of them we saw yesterday. Developed boats. Now we're here, you are saying we have just placed order for vehicles from Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company at Enewi. We went to the airport and it was built by a Nigerian. We went to the government house and it was built by a Nigerian. Now you are ordering vehicles built by a Nigerian company. I am very impressed. I am hoping that other state governments will copy this example of believing in Nigeria and Nigerians. I went to Innocent, visited the factory. We were all amazed by what we saw. We did a live program at the manufacturing plant at Inewi, and we told Nigerians that there was no reason for us to be bringing vehicles from abroad except Innocent can handle them. Already, NTA will place order for, I think, 10 or 30 buses from Innocent. under my own ministry. The Office of Head of Service has placed orders, innocent supplying vehicles. The Army have placed orders, innocent, Minister of Defense. So, Anambra State government, when we went there, we saw a number of pickup vans for security personnel in Anambra State. Innocent is manufacturing vehicles that are better than the ones coming from Japan. We have no reason for any Nigerian to doubt. Go there and see. And they design from scratch to finish. We also went to Enugu. We saw Innocent Technical, plastic, which manufactures all forms of plastic, ceilings, anything plastic. We saw orders from South African companies. Is manufacturing and exporting them. Is manufacturing and exporting vehicles and plastic to all West African countries. So, and that is just Innocent. There are other plants we have visited. Like when we went to the free trade zone, we saw a Nigerian company making transformers that are certified internationally. They are in Calabar. And they said the patronage is very difficult because Nigerians don't believe in them. But we went to the company, we went to the plant, and we saw transformers. Standard transformers, high quality transformers. And Innocent said these plastics are better. Yet there are people in this country that are still importing dustbins, you know, from Europe, from Asia. There is no form of plastic in Nigeria today that can be manufactured here. And the company we saw, Innocent company, said there are only 2 of those plants. One in South Africa, one in Nigeria, and Innocent owns it. And the important thing about Innocent is that he is supported by the Nigerian Bank of Industry. They are the ones giving him all the loans, and he is very happy with the Bank of Industry because of what it has done, you know, for him. Look, Nigerians, my appeal is, let's support our people when they are doing well. Let's support our people. We went to Aba, we were not able to reach some of the manufacturing places, but Aba today is manufacturing virtually anything you can think of. Please take that away. I'm not interested in that. Aba is manufacturing everything that you can think of. All the suits you say from Italy, Nigeria. You know, but like I said, I have a lecturer in Harvard who came to buy Aba jeans. I said these jeans originated from America. He said the best jeans are not made in Aba, and that all of them look for jeans made in Aba. So Nigerians, please, let's copy the example of patronage, because if you buy made at home, the money circulates here, the job circulates here, the expertise is increased, the economy grows. But when you always want to buy from abroad and you say your children are not employed, how would they be employed when you don't believe in the things that are produced here? It's when you support those producing at home that jobs can come up. And Innocent alone in Enugu is employing more than 7,000 workers. More than 7,000 in one factory. So let's support these people. And we have so many. We will go to Lagos and see a number of factories. It's not only in Aba, but Aba, Newi, Lagos, you know, Calabar, a lot of things. Or sometimes there is a lack of commitment to this work. We are dying needlessly in Nigeria. There is no single day that we are not dying from preventable accidents in this country. I'm happy you have a fleet of drivers, and I would like to talk to them, because it is very, very serious that even though in some countries you can talk of bad roads leading to accidents, they said in Nigeria it is the good roads that people die there because of overspeeding and so on. So now that you have drivers, I want to ask, are they all trained and certified? Do they have their own union? How do they maintain discipline? Because honestly, we are dying on the roads too much. And most road accidents are drivers' error. So I don't know who is the leader of the drivers here.
Our drivers. Yes, your question. Yes, they are trained drivers. We organize safety, defensive driving for them. We also organize weekly safety talk for them. And they are careful. We have confidence in them.
What is the accident rate?
Okay, the accident rate is very low. Sir? Okay.
Last year, how many accidents?
The accident rate in the transport industry, we are not God. Once in a while it can happen. Saying is that no, it is natural, sir. It's very low, 0.5%.
Statements.
Yes, sir. You are welcome, sir. Yes, in our own establishment here, we have a monitoring team used to monitor the driver, and we are very careful. We are very trained driver, so we always go. We cannot go more than 80 kilometers per hour. Thank you, sir. Nancy Nodiete.
How long have you been driving?
Well, I work in Shell. We have a course in Shell. We do defensive driving course. Also myself, I work in Julius Berger. We are the people who build the Bayern Smith factory. At the same time, we still have a defensive driving course in Julius Berger. Before finally I get a job here. I thank our honorable governor. All what I can say. Yes, all what I can say, I'm always advise my colleagues, may God guide them and they should drive very safe, defensive driving. Thank you, sir. It's very wrong. It's wrong. So this is why we advise ourselves, everybody goes slow and steady. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we just want to say that the safety of citizens depends on you, because we can't all walk on foot to where we are going. Everybody in this country must travel one way or the other, and the accident rate is not good. The road safety has been crying, talking, training, fixed kilometer point, fixed road signs. People don't respect them, you know, especially drivers, commercial drivers. We need to show concern for the lives of people who have trusted their life to you, because if somebody enters your vehicle, he has entrusted his life in your care and he has paid you, and you should take the person safely to where he's going. But when the person either dies on the road or gets maimed, you know, you can't be a good, it's not a happy story. We have lost so many people in this country who should not have died. And when you go to Europe, you see road bent, but you don't have accidents. Very rarely will you have an accident. Here they will say it's because of corner. And I say the corner is in our heads, because we know what to do when we reach a corner. And then some other times also, our drivers take, you know, so many things before they drive. And this is not, you are laughing, you know, but it's true, don't you know? So please, let us save lives. And it's only we who can talk to ourselves. It's not about police or anybody. It is your conscience and your God. You know, and also sometimes somebody bought a vehicle and gives you. He trusts his property in your hand. You will destroy it for him. You know, kill people and destroy it. It's not right. So a lot of this awareness, I'm happy about the training that has been mentioned here. We need to do much more on our drivers, because I know what the road safety have been doing. We still haven't gotten to where we should go in terms of road accidents, but it is for us to train our drivers properly and work with them to enforce. The driver union should be the one enforcing rules. If somebody is not doing the right, he should be called and sanctioned. Well done. We wish you well. We wish you well.